All right, hopefully we're back. My name is Royce. I am your runner. This is Ross DeMidio, owner of RDD Airsoft Works, custom shop. Yes, this custom shop is in a garage, but
that's how the best companies start. How this works.
Yeah, that's how the best companies start. And he's actually holding up my Masada. He actually just helped me program the gate tight and figure out some things that were going on. He is a piece of steel hanging out of that machine.
This piece right here.
And he is going to mill me a flash hider so I can get rid of this ugly little orange guy that I'm trying to hide with the suppressor. Okay.
This is somewhat experimental piece of equipment.
He wants to try out his new toy, so he's using me as a guinea pig. However, one of the reasons that we're doing this live stream today is for kind of to get the word out about him. He's got tons of customers right now. How many guns do you have on back order right now? I know you had the other day.
I've got 2 left. I got to finish now, so we're caught up.
Okay.
Being sick for a week and a half really takes a lot.
Okay, so he's finally caught up, and he also, for people that he knows, he opens up his entire shop, all the tools and everything, all the parts and everything, to gentlemen like Big Red, who you have seen him on the live stream before, and he is currently working on. What are you working on?
This is my gun called Store. It's Danish for big.
It's Danish for big. It's little though, so it's ironic.
That Ross puts in his guns, and I put it in myself. So
yeah,
you did a fairly good job too. I'll give you credit.
So, up top here we actually have some more Custom Works guns that he is working on. That's more of the
that's the HK collection.
Yeah, that's kind of the HK collection up there. He keeps a lot of the guns in the rafters. One of the things that he does, and he will admit to you outright, he's not the best tech in the country. He's not the best tech on the planet. What he does do, and what he does do very well, is he takes the time to make sure that all of your stuff is being properly put in. Garrett says hi.
What's up, Garrett? Is that MP5? Is that the Garrett I think
so, yeah. So,
Garrett, I want to see a comment with a response. Is this the Garrett we did an MP5 for?
Maybe. So he will take. It's great. He says it's great. So what he'll do is he'll take the time to figure out what's going on with your replica. He'll take the time to figure out exactly what needs to happen to make it work. Or if you have a specialty request, for instance, a specialty request that he has in right now that he told me about was a guy wanted an insane build, but for an electric blowback.
Oh my God, that's
so.
I'm really excited for that.
He spent several weeks looking into and trying to find the products that were proper and everything that would make a crazy intense build on an electric blowback system that stands little chance of breaking. He hasn't quite started working on it yet, but I know he'll keep us updated throughout the process. And this is just the first video that I planned on doing today. We'll be back a little later because I do want him to get some of his project guns out and open them up and really show you guys, some of the stuff that he likes to do. And
about an hour later, we'll be doing a Crytek. I got over there. It's a good friend of mine. Wants a. Not doing anything too crazy with it. Just doing a gear swap and just some basic maintenance. Take the trigger response up a little bit. Crytek's internally are fairly well built, so you don't have to go too crazy.
There you go.
But, you can have this back by the way.
Sweet.
Measurements.
So, and then one of the guns that I am insanely excited for him to help me work on is this baby right here. This is kind of, this is the Echo 1 M14 EBR, and
that's gonna be a fun project.
It ended up in my possession because trying to kind of keep it in the family for a friend in case he ever wanted it back. Friend needed some money, came through some hard times, and so, but Ross is gonna help me fix this thing up, get it back up and running, and it's going to be featured in some videos, at least in the future sometime. I can't say the near future because I don't like to spend money, but we'll see.
At least he admits it.
All right, here he goes. He's starting the lading process.
Turning it. We're going to see. So this may outright fail. This is a new material I haven't experimented with yet.
I do have safety glasses on. Big Red has stepped away from the process, so we're being safe, guys.
The bird is a safe distance away.
Yes, the bird is a safe distance away.
She's our mascot.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do first is face the end here, get rid of these saw cuts. You want to come over on this side, Rose?
Yep.
So you can actually see what's going on?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is start here. Get locked in.
So, and this is actually for him. He's gonna make a flash hider for me real quick. He wants to do some experimental stuff right now. So.
I want to see how well this material cuts and how well this tool works. So this is facing. What I'm doing is making the material nice, smooth, and consistent on the surface. Gives a nice looking finish, and it's going to give me a flat point to drill into. So when I go to drill for your threads, all that other stuff. Oh, nice. So how did that turn out? Wow, that actually turned out really good. Cool. Okay. Pants are machinist's best friend.
Yes.
So we're gonna get that out of the way. Ants are good. Ants are pants. What did you say?
So right now he just got a clean face for us, guys. He's kind of explained the process to us as he goes along, but I figured this is just something that would be really cool for a lot of airsofters to see, and a really cool thing for him to say, hey guys, if you want a really cool looking flash hider, I can build you one, possibly.
We're looking at doing a metal MP or UMP barrel down the road for one of the one of the HK. One of the VFC OEM HK, HK competition, that's what it is. So
Okay.
the non-elite. Oh, I look really weird.
It's cool. It's cool.
Alright, sweet, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, this whole, as I get more cooling in and stuff, this machine is going to let us do a lot more real focus custom work. So,
So are you thinking eventually you're looking at maybe possibly inner barrels, or
I won't do inner barrels with this. This will not hold the tolerances to
Okay.
do that. That's what
Okay.
lapping is for, and that's what actually this doohickey is going to do. This is part of a barrel lapping machine I am building. So it's a pneumatic cylinder.
For those of you that don't know what barrel lapping is, and he explained it to me, I kind of had an idea. Essentially, he takes diamond sandpaper, legitimately diamond sandpaper.
Diamond compound.
Yes.
And then that's the device that actually does the cutting.
And then he runs that in and out of your barrel, and what it does is takes out any minor scratches, minor imperfections, smooths it out all the way, so that way.
Let's see here. I got a trash barrel I can show you real quick.
Okay, so he's gonna give an example of a little bit of the fine tuning that he does in his shop. This is that thing is that one of the things he's found that really helps with accuracy as well as range is making sure that your inner barrel does what it needs to do. So he takes this diamond-tipped little guy here. This it's like diamond sandpaper.
This is a plastic.
Let it focus.
Actually.
Give it just a sec. Trying to get it to focus.
Focus. God, you got the attention span of my bird.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway, so he's gonna take that, and what he's gonna do
You
is
can
he's
see
gonna.
a little bit of the compound on there right there. Normally, you'll spread the compound on here with some oil. This is just
Okay.
a plastic tip.
Okay.
And then
So.
you do the very, very provocative and unpleasant task of...
But he basically sits there, and what he'll do is he will lap the barrel. He will clean out the inside of the barrel, and what it does is that's going to remove any of the imperfections inside the barrel, scratches, high spots, low spots, and make sure that your barrel is flush all the way out.
Takes any burrs and scratch. You get a scratch in your barrel, you end up with a valley. It's like digging a trench. The scratch goes, you take the metal comes out of the scratch, and it creates high points
and all your and the rest of the dirt that came out comes up on the top.
That's what ends up screwing up your accuracy. So the lapping cleans that up. It also takes out any microscopic high spots and low spots, like you said. It makes your barrel consistent. Consistency is key. If you have a perfectly bored, consistent stock brass barrel, 608 millimeter, it'll outperform a poorly made 601 type bore. There's a reason Angel Custom Barrels, not to bash any company in particular, there's a reason Angel Custom Barrels aren't that great, but a Crytac stock 605 shoots really well. There's a reason Prometheus and PDI are just unbelievable out of the box before doing anything to them. The companies focus on that consistency in the bore. There's less that there is to affect the BB in the barrel, the more consistent you are.
And so your goal here is to basically make give access to at a relatively inexpensive cost for lapping.
I like to think so.
I mean, what do you run for lapping generally?
40. Usually it's $40 unless you're looking at like a 450 millimeter plus barrel.
Okay, so $40, which is way less expensive than a PDI, and less expensive even still than a Prometheus barrel. And it's going to take a normal airsofters airsoft barrel and kind of elevate it to that kind of like that pro level barrel.
It does insane things for your accuracy and your consistency,
Okay.
but it is for that last. What is it? Usually it's for that last bit of I want every single possible thing I can get out of my gun. You're already doing everything else right. Perfect BBs. We're using. Insert branding.
Yeah, insert branding.
Really
HPA. We are not sponsored by HPA.
I'm kidding.
No,
Dan's
we're not
sponsoring us.
we're not sponsored by HPA. We just
Dan,
we found
sponsor
that
us.
those are the best. Those are the best. These guys know the owner though.
I do, yes.
Yeah, so he knows the owner for HPA.
There's other
no,
good
we're not.
brands out
This
there,
channel,
too.
yeah,
That's just
no,
my
there are
house.
other good brands. Those are the ones we prefer. So we're always running premium. We're always running premium BBs. We're always running, and we have this guy here to really help us with any tech work to make sure if we just can't afford to pay him to do the work for us. He opens up his shop to us and says, hey guys, come in here and I'll walk you through and I'll make sure that I can help you guys do what you need to do to make sure that your guns are running great. So
That is a luxury you have. Just remember that.
no, I know it's a luxury,
For the most
but
part.
that's what I'm saying is he could charge his buddies labor and cost, but he doesn't. And here's the thing. He has a lot of buddies. He's got a lot of
But
buddies.
it's-
So there's a lot of
but it's-
people that get the over-the-shoulder kind of help, from him. I mean, he stands there kind of creepy and watches you, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh yeah, Red can attest to that.
Yeah,
It's
Red.
more of I like to take. So there's two types of people out there. There are the people who want to play and they want somebody who knows what they're doing to build their gun and make it amazing. That's my primary focus. But there's also techs out there who are the do-it-yourself guys who really want to do it themselves. They really want to understand what they're doing. They want to get these insane, like Umbrella Armory quality builds or these other custom builds you see from techs, and they just are clueless. But they really want to do it themselves. So for people like that who are truly dedicated to their builds, a lot of times I will shadow them so that they can do it with someone who knows, somebody who can safety net them and tell them, yes, you've done this correctly, or you're going to implode your gun if you try to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, there's two different.
I've done
two
that.
different paths.
I've blown up 3 gearboxes, literally threw the front off. Didn't have this guy.
Let's-
If I had this guy, I wouldn't have
let's-
done that.
Let's talk the history of how many gearboxes I've blown up learning how to do this, though.
So without any further ado, he's going to get back to
We're
doing
gonna-
this
we're gonna-
really awesome milling here for the flash hider. We're going to go live as soon as it gets kind of done because I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, what it's, how awesome it's going to be or how junky it's going to be. We're
This
still
could
going to do
be
it,
really
but
trash,
we'll be back
man.
here in just a few so you guys can hear and see what some of his replicas are looking like, what they do, and he can explain a little bit more of his process. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will be back here in just a few.
You're probably gonna
And
be
I
back
hope you guys are
before
all having a
you've been
fantastic Saturday. Take it easy and peace out. And until next time, which will be
With like 5 minutes.
like 5
We're
minutes.
doing something cool here in a minute.
All right.
We got a lot of cool